Ladies, I really want you to get to a place where you stop putting these men needs above your needs. If you think that you having sex with a man is going to keep him, you are seriously mistaken. Men do not get emotionally attached like women do after having sex. Women do. And the thing about it is, when you give birth to a baby, those same chemical hormones that's released to make you bond with your baby, that's the same chemical that's released when you having sex with a man that makes you bond to that man. That's why you have those ties to a man and find it hard to leave a man that's not treating you well. You know, you have to protect your spirit. I just see so many women getting mistreated by men and still sleeping with them. I'm talking about men that's telling women they don't even want to be with them. And the woman that say, well, I can't tell because he slept with me. That's what some, I won't say men, that's what some grown boys do. They'll still sleep with you, but they don't want no attachment to you because they don't get emotionally attached. You have to take responsibility for your own self and say, hey, he don't deserve my body. That's why God makes it so crucial that we wait for marriage, because the only time we really, and I know we all fall short in this area, I know I have, you know, but he requires for us to wait till marriage so that, you know, we'll bond and give our bodies away to our husband, not some random guy or some guy that we just been dating, you know, and we on and off and he don't really know what he wants. What's the point of having sex with him? What's the point of keep giving your body to that person? Like, what are you trying to accomplish through that? I just think, and I'm saying this with love because I've been there years ago in my teens and my late 20s. I just think instead of chasing a man, that we should chase after God, the author and finisher of our faith. He's the one that genuinely loves you, and he will reveal to you in his word what your true worth is. And when you find out how valuable you are and who God says you are not going to be willing to give your body away randomly to somebody that don't even value who you are. And let me tell you another thing. When a man know that he mistreating you, and he know he's not showing you no respect, and he know that you know he's not respecting you, and you still sleep with him, then he has really lost respect for you, because he just saw that you don't even respect yourself. And a man will never respect a woman that does not respect herself. And it's not really about what a man think of you, but it's about what you think about you. You need to guard your heart and guard your body and guard your spirit. Stop chasing men. Men is always going to be there. We don't have to chase anybody. If it's a person that God has for you, you don't have to force it. You don't have to struggle with it. You know, you won't find yourself arguing and fighting with this person more than you having good times. God is a God of peace. He's a God of joy. He will never send frustration. Frustration does not come from God. It comes from the devil. And usually if you find yourself in a relationship where you're uncomfortable in, that's not the person that God has for you. That's the person that you're forcing yourself to be with. And you do not have to put up with it. You don't have to settle for it. A person will only treat you how you allow them to treat you. And if you're allowing it, they will continue to do it. We have to get back to a place where we have self-respect. Self-respect. You know, it's not about, oh, well, he used to do this and he used to be nice. I just want him to go back to the way that he used to be. Let me tell you something. When you first meet somebody, everybody has a mask on. Everybody puts on a good smiley face when they first meet you. It's not that he changed. It's that he's revealing who he always been, who he really is. And now that he got you, I'm sorry, I had a phone call. He feel like he can do anything. Now, all guys don't do this. These are young boys that do that hasn't matured yet. Or just guys you just settling for. The real God, the guy that God has for you, will respect you. He will respect your mind, respect your spirit, respect your body, and respect your heart. But you have to come into a place where You let God hide you for a season until you build up your self-worth and your self-esteem back up from all the hurt that you've been through these relationships that haven't been working. You got to build your self-esteem up. You can't go from relationship to relationship, from bad relationship to another bad relationship, because you're filling yourself up with all of these holes in your body, and you wonder why you don't feel filled up. And only God can fill those holes back up. But you have to let him heal you by being alone for a season. It's okay to be alone. Alone does not equal loneliness. When you're single, that's a good time. That's the time that you can be. That's training season for you to let God prepare you and mold you and change you and transform you into the woman of God, into a wife. God says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. He didn't say that he find a woman scorned, a woman broken. No, God has to fix you. He had not fix you. He has to heal you and complete you, so you'll already be complete before and whole before he sends the person that he has for you. It's not that it's good, not any good guys out here. They are being hidden for the right one, just like good women are being hidden for the right one. God does not just give his good woman of God or his good man of God to anybody. And they have discernment and they have wisdom where they can recognize that somebody's heart is not where it needs to be with them. And maybe that's why they haven't found you yet. That's not to say that something is wrong with you. That's just saying that you have some stuff to work on. Like everybody has stuff to work on. Even after you marry, you still working on stuff, and you working on stuff together. But I just made this video just because God has placed it on my heart to share with you women, like, stop disrespecting yourself by letting men disrespect you and think that they can do whatever they want to do to you. I mean, people only do what you allow them to do. If you allow them to do it, then hey. I mean, I just seen so many relationships. Like, I see women, the man breaking up with them, telling them they don't want them anymore, and the woman is still chasing them and sleeping with them. How does that make you look? How you must really feel really low to think that's love. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's not even that you might feel really low. You don't know, because you probably see everybody else doing it. That's not how God designed us women to be. We are royalty. He said we are worth far more than rubies. If you're royalty, you hold your head and your crown up high. You don't be looking down in self-pity and low self-esteem and let some guy just verbally abuse you and use up your body and all of that stuff. No. It's time to take back your power. It's open up your word, read and find out who God says you are, and stop looking at these reality shows and looking at the women in this world, seeing how they act and thinking that that's the way you're supposed to act. No, that's not the way you're supposed to act. That's what the Bible is for, to show us who we really are and how we ought to be. So I did this video with love, and I just encourage you. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. I just encourage you just to let it stop here. Let it stop here. You are destroying yourself. You are destroying your self-worth, and you are destroying your spirit when you do these things. And when you have sex with somebody out of marriage, it clouds your judgment. You can't see straight, and you cannot see clearly, and you cannot think clearly, because now you emotionally attached and filled with all these emotions. And we are not subject to our emotions. So I just encourage you to just take a break, get yourself healed, pray to God, tell God to help you out of this season. When he tried to help you, do not resist his help. Do what he says do. If he said you got to be alone for a season, be alone for a season. Being alone does not equal loneliness. In that time, you can hang out with your family members, hang out with your friends, go to painting with a twist or something with your girlfriends. Take up a cooking class, read some books. Just do things that's inspiring and that will empower you and encourage you to be a strong woman again. All right? Okay.